welcome to a review of the Vessi Everyday Move shoe. If you've not seen my other Vessi review, basically there was going to be a possible defect with the Stormburst that I had bought. I haven't tested yet to see if that even is the case, but Vessi basically just gave me a gift card for the entire cost of that shoe, and I decided to try out a different model. So we've got the Everyday Move. Same with that shoe. I am looking at these as a disc golf specific shoe. So we're obviously at a disc golf course. I'm wobbling because I'm not wearing one of my shoes. But basically I'm going to see how this holds up for a season, how the waterproofing is, you know, how does it survive the wear and tear of playing disc golf. So it's a disc golf centric Vessi review, but it will also be, you know, putting it through the ringer. So if you're interested in this shoe but you're not interested in disc golf, this is certainly going to put a lot of wear on it, and we're going to see how it holds up, if it can survive a season, if it's going to disintegrate before the end. We'll see how it goes, so stick around. Alright, apologies for the noise, there's like a million seagulls over there, but I think I'm basically closing out the review for these shoes because after a nice round this morning, I found that I've got wet socks from the dewy grass, so not really looking very waterproof, which was the main point of these. Plus, I've had them for over a month now, I think, and I've done a lot of walking in them. I wore them to Calgary Expo that was in town, and just rubbing my heels here, so kind of where the liner meets the shoes, rubbing me so much that actually today, I'll have a picture for it, I've got a blister on my heel, despite having tape and padding put in, which seems to be not what you want when they're like $150 shoes, and again, wet socks. So I cannot say I'll be returning to Vessis after this. I'll still finish my review on the other boots in case they do hold up a little better, but as far as these ones are concerned, it's a mega thumbs down. Alright, I'm going to film what I think is maybe a little bit better of final thoughts, just because I was pretty disappointed leaving today. The bottom line was I was going through a second round, and my heel hurt so much that I had to leave, basically, so I was a bit miffed. But yeah, the bottom line is that this liner, and I'll get a picture of that, where the waterproofing kind of spot ends, it's so hard, just kind of constantly getting that rub. So I've tried modifying it with tape and putting some padding on there, and still just pushing on you, so it's still rubbing. And I've taped my heel, which has been kind of the best fit, but that's, to do that every time is just absurd because they are $150 shoes. Also, just the waterproofing, the toes got wet from the damp grass, and it just slowly seemed to soak through. Which, I mean, as people say, it's like a wetsuit material, and ultimately wetsuits get wet. So, yeah, that's certainly disappointing. Having to leave because my shoes gave me a blister stunk this morning as well. I use them a lot more for walking than disc golf so far too, but that heel rub is just crazy. What else? The give, because it's like a fabric sock material. Sometimes when I've been throwing and I actually have a clip I'll put in, it gives a lot. So when I plant my foot, it was, you know, I'm getting some kind of rub on the inside too. And my heel and ankle are kind of almost like busting out at times. So, yeah, disc golf wise, it wasn't ideal, I would say. And then the fact that it's not really waterproof is a total letdown. And then the rubbing from these ultimately makes them pretty useless, which is sad. I know this pair was free, but still, I mean, like, for most people, you're going to be spending $150. I did buy my other pair of Vessis too, so it's a fair little investment for these kind of shoes, and not waterproof. Can't walk in them. And yeah, so fortunately that's it. This is about a month of having them, and I'm already through this review here. So anyways, we'll catch you in the next one.